The reason why y'all want Black Americans to be affected by ICE so bad is because y'all are still convinced that we are immigrants, and we are not. We are not. We've been here for over 400 years, and for most of us, our ancestors have been here even before the slave trade. Most of us have American indigenous lineage that we can actually trace because a lot of our families were reclassified from Indian to Negro. And there's proof that we were reclassified. We are not immigrants. They can't send us back nowhere. Where they going to send me back? North Carolina? South Carolina? Georgia? Florida? That's the only place that we can go. We're not immigrants. This is not our battle. Furthermore, most of the people who are now being deported, or most of the people that are immigrants here, have always had a stigma against Black Americans. We're lazy, we're dirty, we're ghetto, we're loud, we're uneducated, we're this and we're that. But now that ICE is outside, we're supposed to be on the front lines of the same people who come here with these mentalities about us and don't even know us. I don't understand that. This is not our battle. This has nothing to do with us. And all the Black Americans who want to go outside and put themselves on the front line and risk their lives, that's on them. But don't expect for the majority of us to be out there risking our lives for something that don't got nothing to do with us. Now, when it comes to immigration, me, myself, I don't mind immigration as long as it's legal. I worked in the immigration office for a period of time back in 2016. And when I say there are hundreds of thousands of files of people trying to get into this country, and I'm talking about people who have been trying for 15 plus years to get into this country the legal way. And they still haven't been able to get in yet because of whatever is going on. And yet, we're trying to be pressured to fight on a front line for people who jumped in front of all of those people, okay? And cross borders illegally. Right now, if I take my ass to the Mexican border and think that I'm just going to cross into Mexico, there's going to be consequences and repercussions for my ass if I get caught. If I try to take myself to the Canadian border right now, there's going to be consequences and repercussions if I do that illegally. So why is America expected to be the country where people can just come in and out as they please, undocumented? We don't know who you are. We don't know what's going on. We don't know where you came from. We don't know if you're running from something. We don't know if you're a prisoner somewhere else and now you over here trying to sneak and hide. We don't know what the fuck is going on. Furthermore, let's look into how many Black women have been unalived by illegal immigrants. One of my good friends is the sister of Dakara Thompson. Dakara Thompson was a 19-year-old beautiful woman, young woman, who was unalived by an illegal immigrant. He raped her, he SA'd her, he unalived her, and then threw her off a bridge. Okay, this was back in the late August, early September of 2025. So this is rather recent. Okay, and her family is now in court dealing with that. The gag to that story is that same illegal immigrant that unalived that beautiful young lady had been caught on a DUI a couple of months to a year before that, if I'm not mistaken, and nobody checked to see if he was actually supposed to be here or not. So he could have gotten deported and that baby girl would still be here. So no, this is not my fight. This is not our fight. We are not expected to be on the front lines for everybody, while everybody continuously disrespects us and undermines the things that we have going on. We have all of these people who are of Caribbean heritage and so on and so forth in politics that speak against reparations because they say it's not fair or it's going to put us in debt and all of this other shit. But then we're also supposed to go fight for you? Are y'all crazy? No. This don't got shit to do with me. My people have been here. I myself have my tribal ID because I did the work for my genealogy and traced it back and was able to prove that I'm Indigenous American. And a lot of us have. So, no.
For decades, America has been known as the land of opportunities. It has been seen as a country where people go to better their lives, and it has actually been everybody's dream to just visit this country. But I believe the conversation has changed. There is a new conversation that everybody is talking about. Everyone is asking, are blacks the most influential people in America? And I believe that blacks have always been influential and they have always been the most influential people in America. Only that for so long and for so many years they have been oppressed, they have been looked down upon, their voices have not been allowed they have not been allowed to speak up. And this is why the white man thought that they are the most influential people in America. It made them think that they are way better than the black people. They have always believed that the black person does not matter. But I love it because the conversation has now changed. I actually love this new breed of blacks. People who understand who they are, people who believe in themselves so much that you cannot tell them otherwise. You cannot dare tell them otherwise. I love it because they speak up when they're supposed to. They know their rights. They understand when to act. They understand when to rise up and fight for their rights. And this has made the black man panic. The white man has actually feared. The white man has actually panicked, and they are fearing that the blacks are now taking over. And that is the truth. The blacks are now taking over America. We can see it from the politicals. We can see it from business to education to technology, healthcare, fashion, and entertainment. Everybody is listening to blacks. People are wearing our clothes. And this is the America that everybody wants. So the right question to ask is, are blacks taking over America? And the correct answer is yes. The blacks are now taking over what is rightfully theirs. They are now speaking up when they're supposed to. They're not allowing anybody to tell them that they are way lesser. I believe that these white people cannot even do anything without the black people. We are running the economy of America as blacks. So do not let anyone tell you otherwise. If you want to know that blacks are so important, ask yourself, why is each and every European country want to come to Africa, want to partner with Africa? One thing I can tell you now is that they do not love you as blacks, but they want what you have. Be on the watch out. As we get into this conversation, I just want to say thank you so much for each and everyone who is always being here, always liking and sharing my videos. And to my subscribers, you are the real MVPs. Are you watching this video and you have not yet subscribed to my channel? Please hit the subscription button, hit the bell so that you can be informed every time we get a new video uploaded. I want us to watch some videos.
How do you think the economy would look in America if all the black people just say, you know what, we out.
Why
We
do you
got a
think they
country.
stopping? Your president just banned 12 countries about to ban, he said 25 more.
Yeah.
And like as I told you, all of them are brown countries.
Yeah.
Ghana was on that list.
I
So
saw
they
that.
already seen the exodus of black people getting more passports, getting more documentation for countries. They don't want your money leaving here. So now they about to play more games with us. You see what I'm saying? As far as travel, they know what would happen. Now you got, because when I go over there, or I'm talking dealing with companies, they want us to come over there because we already know the game they playing. So they're getting educated off of black Americans about the games that's being played.
You think that the American economy will collapse?
Negro in the damn ground. And then not only that, which is sad to say, you got a lot of white people who are bigoted and racist. They're going to turn on their own white people because they need somebody to hate. And they are going to annihilate the other white people who still here with them. They need somebody. Think about the Civil War. They was fighting each other.
Probably the poor whites. They
Yeah,
probably gonna
they
prey
gonna
on them.
annihilate. They gonna be the poor white people that annihilate the other ones because they the ones that ain't got nothing.
True,
But
because it's more
they ain't
poor
got
than it's
nobody else
wealthy.
to hate. If you don't
Yeah.
have nobody else to hate here, and that's your culture. That's part of your culture. What you gonna do? You about to eat each other alive.
I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again because my last page got deleted. Look, I don't want to see no white people on my timeline. I don't believe y'all. I don't trust y'all. I know y'all don't like us. I know y'all only tolerate us because it's the law. Because if slavery was back into the law, y'all would be the first ones signing up trying to see how y'all would get y'all a slave. I don't trust y'all at all. I don't want to see none of y'all on my timeline. I know some of y'all are not racist, but majority of y'all are. If you were raised and taught in America, the great Jane Elliott said, you're racist. Because the systems in America is racist. Racism is not just calling somebody a name and calling somebody, that's prejudice. Racism is a system. And until you can dismantle it by using your privilege and speaking out and marching on the streets and calling your family members and friends out, I don't want to see none of y'all on my timeline. I appreciate the folks that's speaking out and trying to be woke and trying to awaken your counterparts, but I honestly don't want to see y'all on my timeline. I immediately not interested, because it's been going on too long. Come on now, I'm 36 years old and we still dealing with racism in 2025? Come on now, you still judging people by their skin color? Come on! That is a mental illness. Something is seriously wrong with your community where you are judging a whole other community based on the way that they look, based on the way that God created them to be. But you call yourself a Christian nation, but you're judging people the way that God made them? Something's not right. Something's not right. And I'm concerned. And I don't want any involvement. I don't want to see you all on my timeline. I don't want to be gaslit anymore. We know what's going on. You know what's going on. And we need you to speak up. Call these people out. I'm tired of seeing these videos on my timeline where we're being harassed and traumatized by your people. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
There's never been African American or black man to serve in any statewide offices in Texas.
Well, there's actually also never been an Apache pilot to serve in these roles. There's also never been a West Point grad. There's also never been somebody that has the lineage of my family of 60 years worth of military service. And look, I am a black man that's currently elected in a white majority district that President Trump would have won by 20 points. The color of my skin is completely irrelevant. What people need to know is I bleed Texas. If I'm the first black man in this role, well, I guess that's great, but I would also like to say that I'm a lot of things before you want to talk about the color of my skin. I am a very proud veteran. I am a father. I am a husband. Most importantly, I am a follower of Christ, and that's exactly what Texans want, and I believe that they could really care less about what I look like.
America belongs to black people, and the American government forced our parents to say they were Negro instead of Indians. We are the Indians. You guys are pretendians. And since you want proof, here it is.
The black people, they weren't brought over by slaves. They are the original owners of America. Black people, African Americans. They don't come from Africa. They were already here, and they plagued them out. And they stole the Smithsonian Institute, which is Jesuit controlled, stole their knowledge, stole their history, and now we're just left wondering who we are, where we come from, where we're going. We don't know anything.
The truth is that the white man has lost his influence. He has lost his power over the black man. And this is the truth that no one wants to talk about, no one wants to hear about, and no one wants to address. But we are happy as the blacks that the blacks have now understood their importance. They have now understood their purpose. They have now understood and they are ready to take over what is rightfully theirs. We can see that the black man is running the American economy. This is so evident in every sector of the American economy. we can see the blacks rising so fast in the entrepreneurial business, in the entrepreneurial world. We see the blacks have created so many job opportunities that is growing the America's economy at the fastest rate that we have ever seen. Studies have also shown that blacks have high levels of education. They are well studied, and it is opposite from what we hear from the white man, that the blacks are fools. The blacks do not have a better understanding. This is not the truth. Blacks are very smart. Blacks are highly educated. And this is something that the white man did not want the black man to realize. We have seen so many prominent African takeover, or blacks take over in the technological world in America. Somebody like David Stewart, who is the chairman and the founder of the Worldwide Technology. This is the largest and the leading black-owned company in the whole of America in technology wise. We have seen doctors, we have seen engineers rising so fast and taking over the economy of America. And the blacks are becoming more active in politics. We saw Barack Obama, our very own African person. He was one of the best presidents that America has ever had. We are seeing somebody like Kwesi Mfume, who is taking over the political world in America. We also had Ilhan Omar, is also taking over the political world in America. The black music, fashion, and entertainment have become very popular in America. Black fashion and cuisine are now becoming more visible in Americans' live stream culture. And this is something that is just starting and is continuing to grow. And I believe this is the real takeover of America by the blacks. And we know that blacks are very important, and this is seen by how fast the European countries are running to Africa, wanting to partner with them, wanting to still take over the influence that they had over the black people, over the Africans when they colonized the Africans. But the beautiful truth and something that is so amazing is that now the blacks do not worship the white man. We do not worship the white man. The blacks now know their value. The blacks now understand what they bring on the table, and it's nothing close to what the white man brings on the table. It is nothing close. So it is so beautiful to see the rise of the African person, the rise of the black people in America. And yes, it's time for takeover. What do you think about this? Please tell me in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. One thing I would like to remind you each and every time is that the whites do not love the blacks. They just want what you have. Do not forget about this. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please subscribe. Please like the video. This is a great motivation for me to continue creating more videos like this.